Supply issues are arising and it has created turbulence over the broader markets in a whole. Looking into the futures market can determine if we have some strength to continue an overall upside trend. Let's pop open the charts to observe our probabilities over the coming sessions. Welcome back to the channel on this Taco Tuesday. This is ARCa and let's dive into AMC. Let's kill them, team. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Let's go ahead and take a look at here at the broader markets, right? You are looking at the S&P 500 E-mini futures contracts right here, right? You can see this massive, every candle here, 4-hour time frame, right? Continuing lower and lower. We started this downside trend in the earlier time frame, right? I'm talking about way earlier in, I would say last night even, right? So check this out. This is your NASDAQ right here, right? We can also see this as a continuation to the downside, right? The Qs, your IWM, right, for small caps, Russell 2000 completely declining. Even your Russell, even your Dow Jones continuing towards that downside trend, right? Now, of course, we can go ahead and see the inverse plays, right? So, for example, this is your SOXS measuring semiconductors, your bear shares, right? This is your 3x levered bear side, right? So this would go up when the markets go down. So semiconductors are also facing some downside here. Now, supply chain would affect all things of that nature as well, right? We're talking about chips, anything that can actually impair things that come from overseas, right? So if we're having supply chain issues, well, there could be also the delayed in manufacturing here, or the receiving of even Apple, right, for their iPhone and stuff, right? So I would imagine that Apple faced a critical downside today, and there it is, right? We actually did face a massive downside today, right? Price action from 233 all the way down to 223.83, marking off a 10-point move in one day, right? Post-market into intraday, pre-market included, right? So look at that. We have usually a $4.92 average. So just as a heads up, guys, it is the broader markets in its entirety, right? It isn't just AMC. So let's go ahead and take a look at AMC's price action here. And I will say that we closed also, right? I gave you guys a warning yesterday that we did close the monthly, the 3-month, and the 9-month candles, right? All of those candles closed here. And now there could be reversions everywhere, right? So very, very interesting times there, right, guys? So now let's go ahead and take a look at it here and see if there's any continuation for AMC to the downside. So let's go ahead and make this really granular here. So 15-minute time frame is already getting some type of recovery, but it doesn't have that much expansion in it. Let me go even deeper here. 10-minute time frame, yeah, guys, I do think that this is a temporary upside here. Probabilities of testing your 445 could come in. I would give it this target here as a test of resistance. Okay, there may be continuation to that downside, but I got to make sure that you guys are completely aware over this, right? Because if that is the case, then damn, we may actually experience here some even lower targets. We'll go ahead and take a look at the broader markets too. Remember that I usually do a market prep right after tonight, right? So make sure to come on by into the Discord, hit the link in the description below, or join hitting these links on the left-hand side, right, guys? Guys, one thing before I completely forget, right? Remember, we have just about 4 seats left for the ArcMastersCourse. This is going to be the beginner's mentorship program. It is starting tomorrow, guys. This is probably one of my last calls here. So make sure to get in touch with me right away. ArcMastersCourse at Gmail for the beginner's mentorship program is going to be live with me. Okay, make sure to hit me up. Be part of a trading group here, guys. And I'm talking about education first. All right, I want to teach you how to do this entire thing the way that I do. And also, you would probably be part of a new, I would say, just about 300 master students approaching into that number now, guys. Incredible times. Make sure to get in touch with me here. Make a change into your portfolio. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on with the analysis here and see what's up. Okay, you guys. So, yeah, granular levels here. We're talking about continuation towards the upside here, but very, very limited. Let's see the hourly time frame. Okay, hourly time frame is still pivoted with the downside posturing here, and we still have expansion coming in. Let's see the bi-hourly. Bi-hourly time frame is still expanding with a nosedive here, right? So, and we do not have the strength coming in from the immediate short term. Okay, so now I gotta remind you here that this daily signal of volatility versus momentum that we measured here does have a standard deviation of around 13.21%. So let's go ahead and take a look at the daily time frame, right? So go ahead and take a look at this here. We have a standard deviation of 13.21% that can say that before the move happens, there could be continuation towards a bottom side at the break of the volatility and linear a critical contractive zone of 15%. So you can see here that volatility is expanding like crazy, and that standard deviation could lead us down to an overall target of about 386, but we have to determine what those higher probability supports could be. If we are continuing and speeding the downside like this, guys, well, there could be some continued pressure, and I could see where those targets may be. Okay, now, very critical times here, right? Because it's looking like we're building some kind of a dead cat bounce here. So what I'm going to do here is actually get rid of these targets here, because that play already kind of worked out for now, right? So we're just going to get rid of them for now, and we're going to now observe what the opportunities are coming in for AMC. Okay, guys, now remember, just think of me as a meteorologist, right? For your stock day-to-day price action, I got that here for you. Everyone else can talk about whatever they want, but I got you here for that case, okay? So your bottom side of the dead cat bounce could be right about here, right? This is going to be your immediate downside, immediate recovery, and then fall, right? So that's usually what happens here on one of those dead cat bounces, right? So now, if that's the case, let's go ahead and measure. We're gonna not use this wick that FOMO wick there, right? So we're gonna use the top end of that formation here to the very bottom side. And the bottom side, sorry, is right about here, right? We just identified it there. So we apply the trend line here to that area where we got the support bottom, and it's telling us here that we could reach even a 407 target. But do we have anything to rhyme around there? Well, 407, right? Let's just go ahead and kind of bring in this chart instead and take a look here. Maybe on, yeah, you know what? I think this would even be okay. So 407 is actually coming down to, oh my goodness. Is that for real, 407? Let's go ahead and just come back. Oh man, are we actually trying to dip that low? Damn, it is trying to dip that low, 407, right? Now, yeah, I guess in the immediate short term, you can see that we absolutely have some targets down there, right? We have a 402 here, right? Right in this support bound here, we have a 411, right? So that would be it right there. So 411 to about 402 would be your bottom side supports, right? Just like this, and say, you know what, let's go ahead and do that so that we can draw it just like that, right? Here we go. So 411 to about 402 is what we're going to be looking for. So right there, and just about right. Yeah, we spoke about a 411 too. Great. Now, if we put that 411 to 402, that makes our dead cat bounce target perfectly lined up with the center of your range, right? So now let's go ahead and take an inverse Fibonacci retracement here and see if it matches with a 618 or a 72. Well, there you go. It definitely matches with a 272, right? That's landing at about $4. We have a bottom zone here of about what, 401? I think we said 402. Good stuff, right? So it is a confluent to some geometrics here, and it does have a probability of continuation. Okay, you guys just I will say that it is losing some steam in the larger time frames, right? So your larger time frames are completely dropping that steam. But I will say that if you're observing here the bi-hourly time frame, you can see here a nosedive, right, and expansion. So think of this as your throttle, and think of this as your direction bias. So this is your steering wheel, right, upside or downside, and this is your throttle. Okay, now look at the 3 hour, right? Take a look at that expansion phase. Take a look at the steering wheel here, right, facing downward. 4-hour time frame, also huge volatility spike on that throttle. And look at the direction bias coming in. And not only that, is that it's within a gravitational point here. I do see a higher probability, guys, a high probability here of continuing on to the downside. Let's see what we can do about the charts as we approach these targets down here in the next coming day or two, right? So 411 to 402 could be in store here for the ticker symbol AMC. Please be careful out there, okay, team? Remember, I want you to join the ARCa Bulls trading, the Masters course, right? Please, this is truly for beginners, okay? We're going to learn all the beginner stuff, okay? And then you can speak to me about further education in other segments that I have already set up. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I think it is a pretty good place to leave off, and we'll go ahead and talk very, very soon. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever, ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well a very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Let's go.